Hey team, welcome back to another video lesson. It's Cody with One Purpose Trading. I'm going to keep this video as short and concise as possible. I know that I could expand into hundreds of different indicators and strategies and whatnot, but the whole point of this video series is to be as short and concise and break down a lot of those barriers holding people back from getting involved in the stock market, but also saving you guys a ton of time. And the worst thing you can do when trying to save time is throw way too much at people, because it can be overwhelming and intimidating, and then people don't make moves towards the right direction. So in saying that, you guys can see at the top left it says simulated trading. Right now I'm on my paper trading or sim trading account with Charles Schwab's Thinkorswim. You guys are going to hear me reference Thinkorswim quite a bit. That's where I have my custom codes on there, my indicators. What you guys can see right here is just a very standard layout, nothing really too crazy. There's a few things that I wanted to cover in this video. One is the paper trading opportunity. So when you log into Thinkorswim, you can choose to be on a live trading account or a paper trading sim trading account. If you go into the sim trading account or paper trading account, you can place trades as if you are actually buying and selling, but it's fake money. If you're on a live account, you can use something called on demand. It's a feature that is available on Thinkorswim where you can go back in time and place trades as if you were placing trades that day, which is very powerful if you want to back test a strategy. So expanding on that just a little bit, you guys can see I have a couple indicators on here. Again, nothing crazy, just threw a couple things up. It's not going to look like this when you first create the account, so you're gonna have to clean it up a little bit. But what you would do is you would go to studies, edit studies, and then from here is where you can pick all different types of studies or indicators to lay out. Of course, there's an overwhelming amount of indicators on there, and that's why a lot of people are not profitable at trading. There's so much noise out there, and you have to hone in on what's working for you, what your trading style requires, meaning if you're long-term investing, you're going to use different systems. If you're day trading, you're going to use a different system, or if you're swing trading, you're holding overnight, whatever the case might be, you're going to use a different system, different reasoning behind your indicators or your strategy that you're using. So for me, I have a system in place for swing trading or longer term investments, and then I have a trading system in place for day trading. I'll show you the difference between those two as soon as I jump over to my live trading account. A couple indicators that I would highly recommend starting off would be some sort of moving average. So there's a simple moving average and the exponential moving averages are the two that I like focusing on. There's tons of different variables with that. So if I wanted to type one in, I could do exponential, and then it's going to come up with moving average exponential. If I want to just type that in and click apply, it's going to populate one on the screen. So if I wanted to go here, I can see exactly what the length that it's using. So if I wanted to change this to a 50-day moving average, again, I'm not going to get too much in depth on this. I can change the color if I come in here. So if I go here, go blue, because I already have a blue indicator, I could do something like red. Okay, change the width a little bit more. Boom, and there it is. Again, I don't want to overwhelm, that's not the goal of this, but I want to show how quickly you can add different indicators to a screen and have a reasoning behind why you're trading. Trading really does become very, very simple. It's not easy, but it becomes simple for those that progress and become more successful. You find a system that's working for you. You have and developed the correct risk to reward parameters for placing trades. You remain consistent on your trades, and then you back test like no other until you are confident to apply it into a live trading account, and you remain consistent, removing emotions from trading. But again, it took me 6 years before I went self-employed, so it took time. This isn't something that happens overnight. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add one or two more indicators, or focus on one or two more indicators that I like. Another one is the ATR, the average true range. Say you come onto the screen and you can't find it, you just type in ATR, it's going to populate that. You can pop that into whatever part of the chart you want it to be on, and then you can click apply, and it's going to add it as a line. You can change all of that stuff is going to be changed. You're going to see it's a little bit chaotic right now, so I could easily remove some of these that are just taking up space. And then from here, we could change this. Instead of it being a line, it could be a dot, say, and then boom, you have something on your screen. What I'm going to do is give you guys 3 indicators that I would highly recommend using, and from there I'll show you the system that I built. So 1 ATR, 2 moving averages of some sort. You can have multiple moving averages, you can do crossovers, you can do a lot with that, but ATR, moving averages. The last one would be a stochastic. So if I wanted to do something like this, boom, it's showing momentum of where the price is moving. What I'm going to do is stop here and jump over into my live trading account. All right, so now we jumped into my live trading account. You guys can see at the top it says connected real-time data. What I was talking about on the top right over here is on demand. If I would click that, I could pick a time in history, but really quickly for the sake of the video, keeping it short and concise, this is the system that I have in place for day trading. So I'll show you guys real time how quickly these candles are going to form and how I trade this system. So there's essentially three things that I look for when placing a trade. Step one is going to be from green to red or red to green. So in this case, you can see the candle change colors to red. That's step one. Step two is going to be the most important out of all of them, is going to be the first pink arrow to the downside. So that is going to be our entry. And step three isn't a make or break for placing a trade, but it's going to be more confirmation on the direction. The crossover from the blue dashed line showing us an area of where the price is going to respect. So in this case, I would go short on NQ, and then you can see that it flips to the upside here. So from red to green is step one. Remember step two, again, these drawings are not spot on. I just drew them up really quickly. Step two is going to be the most important, the first white arrow to the upside, and then the moving averages are going to be an area that it respects. And then you can see when we come over here, it's going to be green to red, the first pink arrow to the downside. It's pretty much clockwork, both long and short. And then I'm using a 6,000 tick chart, which might be a little bit overwhelming for you guys right now. There's 5-minute charts, 15-minute, hourly charts that all represents the candle that you're looking at. So say I'm on a daily chart, it's going to take a full day worth of data to form that candle. If I'm looking at a 4-hour, it's going to be 4-hour, etc., etc. I like to use tick charts. So you see this right here, it's going to increase and slowly get to 133. That's what I have it set to. Every single time it hits 133 ticks, a new candle is going to form. Why is that powerful? It takes time out of the mix. It's all based off of volume, or actually contracts exchanging hands, compared to waiting for a 5-minute or a 1-minute candle to form. Very powerful. I'm probably going to go a little bit deeper into tick charts versus standard time frame charts a little bit more in a video, but for now we're just leaving it as such. So I use a 6,000 tick chart to give me a stronger confirmation on the direction we're heading. So you can see here, and then right now we're in a little consolidated area. This time of day it makes sense. So there's a reason why I trade from 9 until 11 a.m. on days where I can focus on that 2-hour window that I trade, just to avoid a good amount of consolidation throughout the day. Lastly, what I want to show you guys is my longer term strategy. So in this case, you can see we have dots and triangles. I'm not going to get too much in depth, but very simply put, we would enter off the dot. So off the candle where the dot forms, and from there we are in until the triangle flips color. So you can see the triangle is green. Once that triangle flips red, we would be out of this trade. Let's see how far this trade would have went. This is on SPY. So in this case, we don't care about the circle. We're looking for the first red triangle. It would be right here. So in this case, the trade would have been 49 days and 2 hours. It would have moved 11% into my direction, and that would have been about 48 points on SPY. So if you're trading options, obviously that's a huge move. If you're trading the stock itself, buying and holding, that's still a very big percentage for that short amount of time. So anyways, I'm not going to get too in depth on that. Again, I just wanted to show you guys a foundation of how indicators can be very powerful when used correctly. A lot of people use indicators incorrectly. They're using lagging indicators, meaning the move already happened, so you miss out, or they're using something that doesn't adapt to market conditions, or the worst case scenario, someone's using something that repaints. And what do I mean by repaints? Repaints means that it makes a move to the right direction, and when you look back in time or back test it, it looks like it was a perfect strategy, but real time when you're trying to place a trade, it never forms that same way because it's only taking the winning trades. I'm going to leave you guys at that for today. I feel like that's way more than enough to go into this next video section, but at least you guys have an understanding on Thinkorswim. You have a paper trading and a live trading account that you can open up and practice on, and from there you can back test different indicators, give yourself a why you're placing a trade, how long you're going to be in a trade. The reasoning behind the trade is the biggest thing. When I talk to new traders or even traders that have been trading for quite some time, if they can't tell me exactly why they're getting in the trade, getting out of the trade, and with consistency on that, that's the areas that we focus on. I'm going to leave you guys with that for today. I hope you guys have a great remainder of your day. Like always, I encourage you guys to subscribe and reach out onto any social media platform I'm on across the board. If you guys have any questions, like always, please do not hesitate to reach out. I hope you guys have a great day and talk to you guys next time.